Ninja? Did I have that? Oh, it's on my dislike list. I was thinking I had that banned. Okay, well, Ninja overcame the odds to sneak its way into the kingdom. What does Akuchi have banned? He's gonna be right back. Give me time to look. Minion, Possession, Berserker, Swindler, Clashes. That just sounds like my ban list. It's just my ban list. Either Akuchi is negligent in his duty to ban cards, or he's just banned exactly the right set of 5 cards and 3 landscapes, and we overlap entirely. He dislikes Barbarian, that's correct. Bureaucrat, interesting. I have nothing against Bureaucrat, but maybe he's a libertarian at heart. Philosopher's Stone? What does Philosopher's Stone ever do to you? Oh, I see. Maybe thematically he just wanted Bureaucrat to line up with Bureaucracy. Although that actually, I think I'm the one who put Bureaucracy on the dislike list. Um, he doesn't like Pillage. Okay. One of the few attack cards I actually don't really have anything in particular against. Pillage is like the right power level for an attack card. Wolf Den? Wolf Den seems fairly not good to me. I guess if you don't have Swindler banned, Wolf Den looks a lot worse than otherwise. It's also nasty in Masquerade games. I'm actually not sure which of these I like and which of these he likes. Necromancer's probably me. Scepter's probably me. Gamble. So he likes Ronin, Rice, Freelance. Well, look, he just like to the Rising Sun cards, I guess, to see them more often. Maybe he just likes Rice. Rice Broker, sensing a theme. Anyways, there's a kingdom. I should look at it. Um, Draw. Well, let me look at villages first. That looks like the sparser resource. Broker can give you actions. Scepter can give you actions in the buy phase. Uh, League of Shopkeepers. I guess League of Shopkeepers plus Broker is probably a thing you've got to do here. It's not super strong. It takes a while to get to the 10 favors. But then your brokers are all non-terminal. Makes it easier to play with them. I think broker as only village can often be really tricky because you need like trash a thing with broker to get actions, trash another thing to draw. You gotta line up like 2 brokers and 2 high value trashable things in your starting hand, which is super unreliable. If you have League of Shopkeepers, you can just trash something, draw like an apprentice, and then once you've drawn your deck, then you can broker something for actions. So I think League of Shopkeepers broker looks like something to do here. The townsfolk pile is some non-terminal draw, like Blacksmith plus Elder, for example, is a good counter to Ninja. Advance makes Stonemason look really good. Also, gotta watch out for pileouts. Um, Trashing's gonna be Upgrade and Broker, conceivably Stonemason. Plus Buy will be Broker once you've got the favors on it. Hmm. Yeah, so I think there's also Guardian of Block Ninja, thank goodness. I think I want to make Broker big. What else is happening here? Scepter plus Kiln could be decent. Like you have 2 Scepters in your deck, you could Scepter a Kiln, play another Scepter, get another thingamajig. Hmm. What am I doing on the 2/5? Could be Town Crier upgrade. Could be turn 1 Guardian to hit 6, turn 2, then Stonemason for double Broker. Wouldn't be so bad. Get the brokers going early, then you could advance Stonemason into an upgrade or something. Or it could be Stonemason Broker Ninja. Early Ninja makes him invest in Guardians. And I can just play it on the non-broker turn. I think that sounds maybe better to me than Town. I mean, it's hard to say no to just taking an upgrade. Upgraded states into experiment sounds pretty good. Um, Town Crier upgrade or Guardian Stonemason Broker Ninja. I'm gonna go with the fancier one. Richie is a simple man. All right. Only way this turn goes particularly badly is if I draw my broker dead off the top. That would make me sad. Ideally, next turn I broker an estate for favors and advance a stonemason. Hopefully that's all in my next turn hand. It's unfortunate there's no way to get golds in this game. I could see having a gold in your deck being decent. It's the most expensive broker target, aside from Province, and then you could print additional golds using Scepter and Kiln in the buy phase. Oh man, that was quite a turn 3. We had to do experiments, play the Town Crier, hit 5. His deck's going places. Probably just a second broker for me, I think. Not 100% on that, but I think it makes sense. Okay. Broker for favors, advance into upgrade. Again, not an inspiring turn. Or, I was going to say, again, not a good turn 3 draw, but it's no longer turn 3. Again, not a lovely draw to see the top of my deck. Right, you got a big turn. What does it accomplish? Stonemasoning for 2 upgrades or something? I'm not sure. I don't get to trash with this upgrade. It's getting thin pretty fast. You're now going for the brokers, okay. I didn't want to see that. Don't like that one bit. This draw is also perhaps a tad awkward. Do I broker the broker for favors? I would hit 3 actually, because League of Shopkeepers triggers at the end after you resolve the liaison. So if I had 3 favors when I started playing the broker, but have 7 when I'm finished playing it, uh, I'll be in time to get the 1 coin to whatever extent that matters. The number I need to hit is 10 eventually. There's no value in going above 10. If I get to 7 off the broker, then trashing the next 2 estates would get me there. The downside, of course, is I don't really want to trash my broker all that badly. So, broker a broker for favors, buy another pair of experiments. Um, trash a copper and advance a broker. Trash the guardian for 2 favors. I think I just want to kill the broker. I want to get them favors up and running ASAP. Every single time. Turn 3, turn 5, turn 7. I've noticed a trend. I just draw all of my junk cards right off the top. That is suggestive of a potential dud coming up. Not a dud, but an unnecessary amount of collision coming up. Alrighty. Think just stonemason for 2 more brokers. Okay. This is actually a pretty good hand. I should contemplate whether it ends up making sense to broker one of the experiments, because that would get me to 10 favors exactly. And maybe I could trash the estates with the upgrade instead. Yeah, think of stonemason. Yeah, I think I like the idea of just. I'll play this. Yeah, now for sure. I broker an experiment, and then that gets me to 10 favors. And then, for the same reason as the money, I get the 1 action back because by the time I'm done playing the liaison, I'm at 10. And then I can trash this estate for who knows what. Probably plus cards. And then Akuchi does not have a guardian, so probably play the ninja and advance the stonemason seems correct. What would I like my stonemason to become? Or just another upgrade? Oh, that's how I'll get the gold. I can upgrade and upgrade into a gold. Problem solved. Um, Stonemason. I don't know if I need more brokers right now. I don't have any targets for them. I could take two misers and trash them to the brokers. Oh, Akuchi is at 10 favors as well, to whatever extent that matters. Let's get the misers. I worry if I just put all the brokers in my deck, I end up cannibalizing brokers with brokers, and then, uh-oh, there's no brokers left. I mean, if Akuchi just takes four brokers, it might be a little bit sad. But if he takes like two brokers, I'd rather there still be two brokers in the pile for me to take the last two. Also, I just like the idea of getting a miser. But yeah, it looks like it panned out, I would think. Had I taken two brokers there, I would have had a broker this turn. Uh, Now I can sacrifice the miser for the greater good, and then take two more brokers at the end of this. Hmm. Want to make sure I hit at least six here for. Oh, I'm gonna watch out for piles actually. I was about to say stonemason double broker. But like, what happens if I do stonemason double broker and then brokers at zero, stonemasons at three, experiments could run out? Akuchi still doesn't have a guardian, so he'll be playing from a three-card hand. So first, let me just consider the most natural play. What happens if I trash a copper? I have four coppers. Trash two more coppers. I play the ninja. Let's assume I draw something useless. Probably broke. I actually don't know what the bottom two cards are. But I would hit six, and I could advance a stonemason, buy two things. How hard would it be for him to pile out? I think the biggest concern would just be he plays a bunch of brokers and draws a bunch, and then advances a ton of things into experiment. Like if he had five buys and four money, he could advance four things into experiments and then buy the last three stonemasons. Would the stonemason overpay? That might be a realistic threat. In that case, ought I buy a province and trigger mountain pass? That for sure gives me another turn. Either he goes into a ton of debt or I have a huge points lead. I think I'm going to trash a bunch. That part seems correct regardless. I'm getting cold feet on taking those last two brokers, though. I think that just puts the piles in a very worrisome place. Not totally sure he can't pile out on me if I do that. I could instead gain a kiln, maybe, or a scepter. Just do like guardian plus scepter plus. I could do both, I guess. Guardian, advance into kiln, and how badly do I want a scepter? Seems all right. Then I think if he, oh, it was a miser. I forgot about the second miser. So I feel like if he gets greedy and tries to take the last two brokers, well, then he's got to watch out for me piling out. So I had three coppers left. There's only five coppers in the trash. So I think Akuchi's deck has more junk in it. Probably I could have taken the two brokers and been alright, but there's no need to risk it. Broker on broker violence. See, I avoided that. I got a more expendable population of misers to sacrifice. The only experiments not in the pile right now are in the trash. It's never going above eight. I think you really got to watch out for stonemason experiment broker pile out. Looks very doable. The amount of plus I you get in advance and stonemason. I'll have to think seriously at the end of this turn about whether I have a pile out. I wouldn't be super surprised if Hakuchi buys a province here or something. Okay, well, now I'd be surprised if Hakuchi buys a province, where it appears he is unable. Yeah, I think if you weren't too concerned about piles, stonemason for two brokers would look like a pretty natural play here. But I think that looks very risky to me. Okay, that's what he's doing. Now I've got to think about whether I can win off of that. Okay, so three stonemasons and four upgrades, or three stonemasons and four pairs of experiments, both would win. I don't think I have any stonemasons in my deck anymore, right? I did advance one. Yeah. I gotta figure out which of those is easier. Argument for going for upgrades is I could upgrade a miser into an upgrade, I could upgrade a ninja into an upgrade, I could get a bunch of upgrades that way, and then I could advance into the last two upgrades and then buy three stonemasons. Whereas it might be a little bit harder to empty the experiments. Experiments are cheaper if I end up having to buy them. I think I'm going to start by doing that and then reconsider. What are those bottom two cards? One's a copper, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have three coppers left and a guardian. It's a copper and a guardian. If I play both brokers, I will have four buys. Assuming, ideally, that the guardian's on the top. Let's say I play the upgrade, trash the miser, gain an upgrade, play the broker, crash the guardian, draw two cards, play the next broker. I don't have a great target for the last broker. I could trash a copper or something. That's nothing special. I could. If I draw to the end of my deck, play Kiln, play Scepter as upgrade, gain a Scepter, draw a Scepter. That might lead to a win. Hmm. We upgrade and see what we draw. Darn it. The Guardian was on the bottom. It's not what I wanted. I was hoping to trash and draw with that. Might still be a win here. All right, let me consider crash a miser into an upgrade. Broker a broker for plus cards. I draw Guardian Ninja upgrade. Uh, I play Kiln. I play Scepter. I gain a Scepter. I play the Scepter as an upgrade. I upgrade a Ninja into an upgrade. Now there's two upgrades left. I have an upgrade in my hand. I can advance that into an upgrade. Then I would need 9 money. I could play the last Scepter as an upgrade. I feel like that's going to work. Let's double check that. Broker, broker, draw Ninja upgrade Guardian. Play Kiln. Then I play a Scepter. I would have 7 money. Scepter plays upgrade, draws the Scepter that I've just gained, upgrades the Ninja into an upgrade, and there's two upgrades left. I have another Scepter, which I can play as another upgrade to draw the last upgrade, and I advance two upgrades. And I would need 6 money and 2 buys, and I think I would have that. I think this all checks out. To find out. Oh, wait. This might be one buy short. Shoot. Because I need to advance, buy stonemason, and buy an estate. This might not work. Is there a different line that works better? Possibly. The line I was considering was. Oh, I think this works. I think this works. I was about to say Scepter, play upgrade, trash a copper, draw an upgrade. advance 2 upgrades, buy 3 stonemasons in an estate. But I don't have 3 buys. I think it still works out just fine if I just broker, trash a guardian, and do plus cards instead. And that comes with an extra buy off of League of Shopkeepers, and then it all works out just fine. And I can even afford a duchy, not just an estate. Okay, 3-1. Unfortunately, I think that means I am duty bound to throw these last 2 games to maintain balance in the division, just like I intentionally threw the last game of the last match.